You know, there's no way that I'm gonna put my family in this truck. That truck, driving 70 miles an hour down the highway, trusting these Chinese wheel spacers. So I went on the hunt for some USA billet aluminum wheel spacers, and I found me some Bora, made in America.
It's kind of like, I think I can.
This requires a system.
This guy's not to be messed with. Not to be messed with.
So I put 20-inch wheels on my 04 at 350 from an 06 at 350 King Ranch. And what I didn't know at the time was that the 20-inch wheels that I was getting on Craigslist had a different back spacing and were gonna rub on the leaf springs in the front, because an 04 has leaf springs, an 06 has coil springs. So every time I turn full lock, it rubs, which is just annoyed the shit out of me. So I started on the journey of trying to find wheel spacers. What wheel spacers to buy? There is a million different choices out there. Well, I bought some Chinese wheel spacers. The company out of California would never answer the phone, which should have been my first flag. So I buy these wheel spacers. They weren't the cheapest, they weren't the most expensive, that's for sure. So I bought them, I get them, and I don't even take them out of the box because I think about it while they're shipping to me. You know, there's no way that I'm gonna put my family in this truck. That truck, driving 70 miles an hour down the highway, trusting these Chinese wheel spacers. So I went on the hunt for some USA billet aluminum wheel spacers, and I found me some Bora, made in America. Went to go put my kids to bed, ended up passing out with them. I meant to come back here and do this earlier. So it is about, oh, it's midnight, 12, like 15 at night. All right. So the existing lug from the edge of the brake rotor to the end of the lug is exactly 2 inches. So if you buy 1.5 inches, you're gonna have to cut off the lug, which I didn't want to do. So I decided to go with the 2-inch spacer. That way I didn't have to trim any of the lug. If I wanted to go back with an existing wheel, which would be, that's the existing 16-inch wheel that came on the truck. And that's the 20 from an 06, which, my opinion, looks way better. Had I gone with an aftermarket wheel, it would have had a different back spacing and I wouldn't have had to put these spacers on. But honestly, I didn't want to go with an aftermarket wheel. I wanted to go with the factory wheel because I'm getting older and I like shit simpler, I guess. I don't know if it's really simpler. I'm just getting old. I used to lift my trucks, put exhaust on them. Like I got exhaust on this one, but that's different. Anyway, all right. Oh, the other big thing on this wheel spacer is, let's see, get the camera in here. See that lip right there? There's a lip right there. And that lip right there, that is your hub-centric lip. That is to help center the wheel onto the hub. Let's go ahead and we'll slip this off. The other one has it, the factory one has it too. So you've got the same thing. You've got a lip there. That lip there helps center the wheel onto the hub, because these are hub-centric wheels. So this new hub will fit onto there. And then it has a new lip on it. It centers the wheel on the new lip on the hub, on the spacer hub. So you have to make sure if you're doing a Super Duty, if you're doing some other brand of truck, that what style they have. Are they lug centric or are they hub centric? Because it does make a difference. If you buy the wrong ones, your truck will end up getting that death wobble down the highway at like 65 miles an hour, and it ain't good. It ain't good for the truck. It ain't good for you. You could lose control. So just make sure that you buy the right ones for the truck, whatever hubs are on the truck that you're putting them on. I believe the torque spec on these, on a Ford Super Duty, is 150 pounds. So make sure you know that too. Tighten the lug nuts down. I bought these wheel spacers from Motorsport Tech. I believe it's motorsporttech.com. And they, motorsport-tech.com. You go visit them on the web. Really good company. Answered the phone every time I called them, which is more than what I had to say for the other company that I bought those Chinese spacers from, for sure. They took a while on my order. The order took, I think, 2 months, something like that. But they tell you up front, they make them as they're ordered. Also want to make sure that you start these by hand. So the stock lug nut is 13/16. The spacer lug nut is 3/4. So that is the wheel with the wheel spacer on. And I'm not going to put the cap on because I'm supposed to re-torque these after I do a test drive. So I'll wait on that. But it's definitely, should have done a before and after comparison. I've got some pictures of it. Shell casing must have been from the Indians. So that's it. It's gonna make the truck stance a lot wider. This is, I don't know if you can see it here. That's down the truck, down the side of the truck. Can't really see it. Can't really see the wheel and the tire here. It's right there. So, and it's 2 inches further out. It'll make the clearance of the leaf spring now. Where are they at? There they are. It'll make the clearance of the leaf spring. You can see it's been rubbing right there. I don't know if you can see that spot right there. So every time I would do a full turn, whether it be maneuvering in a parking lot or backing up to the boat ramp or what have you, it would always rub right there, and it just wore me out. So I'm gonna do the other ones and take it for a test drive. So what we got going on here, this is the rear hub, and this is all got a bunch of debris and whatnot, dust, rust. So I cleaned it up with a brush. You can use any brush you want. And then I put a little bit of panther piss on it just to help slide it on there, because it's kind of gunked up. I didn't want to go on it first. Just clean it up, lube it up. It'll slide on, not like super easy, but once you get the nuts started on there, on the lugs, it'll go on no problem. So I just wanted to throw that little tech tip out there. Thanks for joining me tonight. I hope you enjoyed the video of the wheel spacer installation. Get you a good quality spacer. Don't go cheap on it, because it may cost you your life. That's all I got for tonight. I'll catch you on the flip side, you dang hillbillies. Oh.
Way to go, Fred.
Fourth beer.
Patrick.
Ain't sitting too good. Wow! Chicken! My chicken got loose. Hey, have you seen my chicken? 10% really got me going.
Is that it? DNR? Alright, cook those two.
B number 2, who you never met before.
I'm here. Live.
Oh, with that little yum. Oh, baby. We are gonna eat good tonight. What does that mean?
Salt, pepper, garlic.
Nobody knows what it means, but it's provocative and it gets the people going.